Louisiana, and 28 teams have battled their way to Van Ewing Coliseum for their chance at basketball supremacy. This is what you play for. The 2013 LHS AA State Farm Basketball Finals are about to start right now on Fox Sports New Orleans. Welcome to the Van Ewing Coliseum on the campus of Louisiana, Monroe. Fox Sports New Orleans is proud to present the 2013 LHS AA State Farm Top 28 State Basketball Championships. Today, the 5A State Championship of Louisiana. The Scotlandville Hornets seeded number 2 against the number 1 ranked Quachita Lions, and playing before a sold-out Coliseum in Monroe. Hello, everybody, with Rob Ishmael. I'm Dennis McCain. Welcome to the 5A State Championship.
Well, it's going to be a great one, Dennis. These two teams met earlier in the year. Scotlandville winning that game 65-60 in the Zachary tournament. But it's March Madness, and March Madness has arrived here in Monroe tonight. The best two teams in the state, number 1 and number 2 seeds. Scotlandville, their 4th trip to the top 28. They're the defending Class 5A state champions. Of Washita, they've made it here 5 times. They won a state title. That was back in 2009 down in the Cajun Dome in Lafayette, Louisiana. But Dennis, the best 2 teams in the state in 5A, they're here tonight. Packed house, March Madness. Can't get any better than this.
The Nike players to look for tonight. Damian Jones from number 2 Scotlandville.
Well, Damian Jones averaging 15 points per game, but he's much more than that. He's a shot blocker. He's a defender. He's a physical player. He's committed to the University of Vanderbilt. He's got all the talents to play in the Southeastern Conference. He's a good one, and they'll need all of him tonight.
Chris Sumler on the other side from the Washita Lions.
Well, he averages 16 points per game, and he's a leader of this squad. He's their leading scorer. At the Dennis, what he did the other night in Shreveport in their semifinal round in the regional, 32 points against East Ascension in a game that came down to the buzzer, and they had to have all 32 from him, and he gave it to him. He'll have to do that again tonight to beat the defending state champion.
The keys to victory tonight, first of all, for the Scotlandville Hornets, sponsored by Talkin' T-shirts.
Well, the first thing they can do, Dennis, is quiet the 6th man. And what I mean by that, this is Monroe. Washita Parish High School is not 5 miles from here. So the 6th man's going to be the crowd. They're going to have to do something early to keep this crowd out of the ball game and play physical. It's a physical ball club. They usually never have problems playing physical, but Washita is a physical ball club too. Who can be more physical tonight?
What are the keys to victory for the Washita Lions?
Well, Casey Jones, again, they won the title in 2009. He's getting him a little power before this one gets going. But close strong. They need to finish this game tonight. They can get the lead, but Scotlandville's not going to team that's going to go away. They're going to have to keep playing it for all 32 minutes and stop the triple-headed monster. And it's a monster, Dennis. It's a beast. Bridgewater, Jones, and Banks, all Division I type caliber players. And if they can't stop that 3-headed monster, could be a long night for the Lions.
We're coming into your living room. Scotlandville against Quachita. It's the 5A State Championship of Louisiana, and it's all exclusively on Fox Sports New Orleans. Today's coverage of the LHS AA Top 28 Basketball Championships is being brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Coca-Cola, Open Happiness. By Baden, the official game ball of the LHSAA. And by Nike, just do it. Welcome back, everybody. Let's look at our starting lineups. First of all, for the Washita Parish Lions.
Well, the Lions will start 3 guards, 2 forwards. Chris Sumler, Yetta Specs, and Darius Rollins at the guards. The forwards, Joseph Mason and Cameron Sims for the Lions. And for the Hornets, Coca-Cola starting lineups at the guards. Vincent Sanders and Traylon Banks. Forward, Brian Bridgewater. Also at guard, Ezekiel Brown. And playing at center, the Vanderbilt commitment, Damian Jones. Head coach Carlos Samples, defending state champions. in Class 5A. He's done a wonderful job at Scotlandville, resurrecting that program over the last several years, and they are a handful to beat. Partner?
You bet they are, and some great basketball programs in Baton Rouge. Scotlandville's one of them. Let's look over now at the Lions.
Well, you're inside the huddle with Casey Jones, the head coach at Quachita Parish, and he's done a wonderful job. 2009 state championship, 2006 state coach of the year, Casey Jones, and they want to get off to a big start with this big Quachita crowd here in their hometown. It's not the madhouse on Mulhern, but it's close enough here in Monroe.
Well, let's take a look at how both teams made their way to Monroe.
Well, the top four seeds made it all the way to the semifinal round. Washita beat number 4 East Ascension in a slugfest in Shreveport last week, and Como took Scotlandville to the final buzzer in Hammond in their regional. And number 1 will meet number 2, but we very easily could have had 3 or 4 here, but 1 and 2, that's the way they were seeded, and this is the way it was supposed to end. March Madness in Monroe for a state championship.
All right, now, what did it take for Quachita to get here? Well, let's check in with their coach.
Well, it's very important to our school and our community. Our kids have worked hard all year long to get in this situation. We've had a tough schedule. Our community has supported us throughout the year, so it's very important for us to go out and play well tonight and show our pride.
You're looking inside the huddle of the Quachita Parish Lions, and if you do not have a seat, you're not going to find one.
No, it's over. They told them in the papers and on the radio and on the television to get here early tonight, and I'm sure it was on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, however you get your media today, but if you're not here by now, forget it.
This is how we do it in Louisiana. The J.C. Fidel Energy Services tip-off. The Lions will get the ball first in the basketball game. They get it down low. No basket. Out it goes. It will stay with Quachita. The Lions in the white uniforms, and the Hornets in the black. Well, Quachita is not having any trouble getting it down low, are they, partner? They get it right in there to Cameron Sims, and he finishes off the basket, but easily inside a couple of times. Now the Hornets, they're going to fight inside too. Maybe a lean in by Bridgewater.
Yeah,
Bridgewater charges on the inside.
Gonna get him with the elbow.
His first foul, first team foul.
The PA announcer said Scotlandville, from Scotlandville, Louisiana. Actually, they're in the city limits
Of Baton
Rouge, from Louisiana's capital city, just to the north.
Mayor of Baton Rouge, a Scotlandville graduate, Mayor Kip Holden.
Track star there at Scotlandville. Out it goes, and it will go over to Scotlandville. So the Hornets will get the basketball, trailing by 2, and let's see what they do with it. They're a very talented team, defending state champions. They finished runner-up the year before. They've got a nice run here in the state. Swing it around, and then pull up, take the jump shot. Shot put up there by Banks. He couldn't hit it. There goes Quachita back inside again. Oh, and swatted away on the inside. The Hornets are running. So is Quachita. Look at the action in the 5A championship all the way to the basket for Cameron Sims. Well, there's no setting it up here for a set. Boy, these two teams, heavyweights. Heavyweights, they'll go with anybody in the country to the basket. A foul. And Trelon Banks, the senior, is hit as he goes to the basket.
Foul number 24 for the Lions. Joseph Mason is
The electricity in this building is amazing.
Banks hits the first one. Cuts the lead to 4-1. He can make it 4-2 with another shot. He does. Banks has 2 points. So does Scotlandville, but the Lions are doubling her up right now. And Quachita finding it pretty easy on the inside. Cameron Sims, you're going to have to keep the Lions from taking the ball all the way to the basket. You got to push him out a little bit.
6'10", Damian Jones, his first foul of the night.
Second team foul on the Lions.
Fletcher enters the lineup for Quachita. Kwame Fletcher.
The Lions will keep some fresh bodies in the game. That's what Casey Jones likes to do. Second one's no good, and it's pulled out of there by Jones, Damian Jones. He's a big man. And 6'10". Now he has Banks with it. All the way across to Sanders.
He'll take that. Bridgewater will take that shot.
We've seen him do it before. Here comes Brown with it. Look at Brown dribbling. He is in the traffic with the
Went too deep.
Then they tied him up.
Entering for the Lions, number 12, Josh Harris.
The Lions continue to get new players into the game. They get Josh Harris, number 12, in. Three-point lead for the Lions. They have the basketball. They are in their white uniforms. High dribble right there, but no call by the official.
Right in front of Carlos Sample, too, and he said, you got to be
He
kidding.
didn't like it. There's a violation on Quachita. The Lions in the white uniforms. They're trimmed in red. And they're an old-time school here in Monroe. Red and white, and known for football up here in Monroe. When you start talking about Neville, Quachita, West Monroe, Bastrop to the north, and all of the great programs, but basketball, the king tonight. We are packed. Blocked away. The Lions have the basketball, and they're running with it. There goes Richard. He throws it up after he passes it over to Specs, and Yetro Specs hits it.
Bridgewater to Damian Jones across the floor. Foul going to be called.
Scotlandville swatted away a couple of them, Rob, and I'm very surprised how Quachita is taking the ball all the way to the backboard. You better push him out. Hornets take it in. Inside it goes. Bridgewater, turnaround jump shot is rattling, but it won't go, and it's pulled down. The rebound by Richard. Richard. Harris being guarded out there by Banks. Gets it underneath again, and look at the rebound by the Lions. Back up it goes. Still won't go down. Good work on the inside by several of the Lions, but they can't score the basket.
Cameron Sims giving it all he had. Couldn't get it to drop. Threw it away.
Quachita will take it in. They lead it 7-2. You don't see Scotlandville play very many basketball games and only score 2 points halfway through the first quarter. They can light it up.
Oh, my goodness.
Specs. Yetro Specs hits it again. It's 9-2 Quachita. The Lions are off to a fast start. Get it underneath, though. And look at the swat away there by Cameron Sims. Travel on the
That's a
Lions.
good
Give
call.
it back
Yeah,
to
you can't go to the ground with it.
Scotlandville.
They can boo all they want. That's the right call.
Good work back to Bridgewater. Brian Bridgewater. Quachita swings it around. Rebound is pulled out of there by Bridgewater. The Hornets are running. Watch this Scotlandville team. They'll battle back quick all over the basket. No, sir. Batted away in there by Sims. Grab it back. Throw it up, but can't hit it. Sims can't. Boy, the action is good. This is Louisiana basketball for the 5A championship. Jones and Bridgewater, they like to play pitch and catch. Now, if they look at Jones right there, Damian Jones scores. Down low, and in the basket for Cameron Sims. Scotlandville can't stop Sims on the inside, but maybe Quachita will have trouble stopping Brian Bridgewater as he scores.
Sims is down, and looks like he may have caught a knee.
30, Jabari Jones, and number 23, Darius Rollins.
Well, we haven't even played 6 minutes of the first quarter, and it feels like we played almost a half the way these teams are going at each other. Entertaining fans on Fox Sports New Orleans. Well, the ball belongs to Quachita. The Lions will take it in. They're located just to the east of Monroe, the city, and right off of I-10.
20.
Out of 20, I'm sorry, as you move out toward the Rayville area.
Number 23 for Scotland.
He must be homesick.
Yeah, I am. Scotland. I was thinking of Scotlandville off of 110 in that
110,
route.
right.
To the free throw line to shoot goes Yetra Specs. He's had a good start for the Lions, and he's smooth at the foul line. He hits the first one. He has one more coming. 12-8 is our score. And it stays right there as Bridgewater grabs the rebound. The Hornets are going the other way with it. Banks sets the play, swings it to Jones. Pull up. Jump shot no good for Brown. Ezekiel Brown. Change of speed for Specs. The Lions are guilty of traveling.
1:44 to go in the quarter.
That became traveling years ago. It used to be walking. Now it's traveling. Same thing. Bridgewater puts his shoulder down and then puts the ball in the basket. He scores for Scotlandville, and it's 12-10. Harris. He was being guarded out there by Brown.
That's a walk.
Too many steps. It goes over to Scotlandville. Hornets have made a little run right here, though, after falling behind. Now they trail by only 2. And Scotlandville has a chance to either tie the game or to take the lead.
Down low to Jones.
And Jones is in there. They like to put that shoulder first. And when they can get away with it, buddy, then the basket's coming later. All the way in, but into traffic and a walk. Back over to Scotlandville. 12-12, we're all tied.
They're just kind of going back and forth down low to Jones and to Bridgewater. When you're shooting from 3 feet away, it's going to be tough to stop these big fellas. Washington needs to stop that entry pass to Jones and Bridgewater.
47 seconds to play in the first quarter. You know Scotlandville's happy with where they are right now. Tied in the game.
Yeah, got off to a very slow start, but the offense just picked it up here in the last couple of minutes. Inside to Bridgewater.
Yeah, look at Bridgewater. Bridgewater will fight his way in. Can't get it, but he has the rebound, and he puts it back up, and it won't go. Quachita has it. The Lions could have an advantage if they get it across the three-point line. They have 3-on-2. Way to the corner. And then back underneath. What a nice look as they fight for the rebound. Scotlandville gets it. Quachita blew a good opportunity. But they have the ball back.
Good if it goes.
And the first is under in there as the ball pounds off the front of the iron. We have played 1 quarter on Fox Sports. New Orleans all tied Scotlandville and Quachita 12-12 in Monroe. The first quarter stats brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The shooting has not been real good by either club. We're tied at 12. Free throws about the same. Turnovers about the same. It's been an evenly matched game. The first 4 minutes you give to the Lions. The second 4 minutes you give to the Hornets. And we sit here at 12-12. Who's going to be able to seize a little momentum here in the second quarter and take that to the locker room with them? You're not getting anybody else in this old barn, buddy.
All full. Sellout crowds. Many nights during our
Thursday night and Saturday night were not sellouts. They were hard sells. Young man decided to buy some tickets for 10 and sell them for 15. They're scalping tickets in high school basketball. Can you believe that?
I tell you what, when you get Farmerville to Fighting Farmers playing real close to Monroe against a team from Monroe, inside it goes, but that's too many steps. Shuffling around in there, walking is called on Jones.
Not a bad idea for a summer job, pick up a few extra tickets and stuff, but unfortunately it's not allowed.
Of course, we're not for anything that's illegal.
Absolutely not.
Here comes Specs with it. Specs is dumping the ball off, and then tipping it back in was Sims, Cameron Sims.
Nobody touched Sims. He just went straight up in the air and tipped it back in.
Scotlandville with a size advantage, Rob, but I said early on, Quachita is doing a great job inside. Tip, and they'll say that it belongs to Scotlandville.
Yeah, Jones hustling there was able to get the basketball and throw it off of a Lion and keep possession. Actually threw it off of Cameron Sims.
Scotlandville takes it in. There's the push.
Sims pushed him, yep.
Damian Jones had thoughts of grabbing that in-bounds pass and then shooting it back, but they pushed him before he could get the ball. So that's a foul on the Lions. Trying to deny the pass inside. To the basket goes Sam. He's guilty of an offensive foul.
Foul number 15 for the Hornets, Jared Sam.
Sam, that's his first foul of the game, Jared Sam. 4 fouls apiece on Quachita and Scotlandville. Quachita, once again, they just continue to get the ball inside, but Sims cannot finish. Cameron Sims.
And Damian Jones swats another one away.
The Lions will take it in. Scotlandville almost with a steal. Lions will take it in. Somebody better get it. Throw it back out. He was open on the inside. Open on the outside for Chris Sumler.
That's their man. That's his first tray of the game. Summerlin
He doesn't miss.
not very often.
17-12. So Washington
Look out.
once again getting the advantage, but a foul will put the Hornets on the line, and Jones will be the man who goes to the free throw line. He'll go to the
His first foul.
charity stripe, number 24, 6'10", averaging over 15 points a game, approaching 16, and he'll get to shoot 2 shots. He gets the first one.
Entering for the Lions, number 24, Joseph Mason, and number 12, Josh Harris.
Mason and Harris in the game for the Lions.
Good touch by the big fella.
Jones has a nice touch. And he has his Hornets to within 3. The pull-up jump shot is going to rattle in for Josh Harris, who just came into the game. For 3. Rebound pulled down by Specs. Specs. Yeah, the Hornets got that one. Jones, no doubt about it, all the way down the court. Here come the Lions now as they go back the other way.
I think Jones is wondering if that was a late whistle on him. He got up saying, "What?
Foul number 23
How much does it take?"
for the Hornets, Ezekiel Brown. His
Looks like he might have got a little muscle. Let's see. Let's check it out on the replay.
number 5, Brian Bridgewater.
Couple of arms out there, but you know, all this action, we just had the first quarter stats. We've only played 2 minutes.
Second quarter, you're right.
Second period. Great action. Great basketball, but there again, you're in Louisiana. Why not? The Hornets on
Bridgewater
the
back
run.
in.
There's Banks backing into Bridgewater, and look at the big man's touch. But it just will not fall out. It goes. It will stay with Scotlandville.
Entering for the Hornets, number 20, LaMarcus Lee. For Washington, number 5, Kwame Fletcher. And number 30, Jamari Jones.
Well, a number of substitutes coming in the game, including LaMarcus Lee. Where's number 20? That's a travel. Quachita takes it in. The Hornets are pressing. He is
All over Harris.
maybe pressing too much because he fouls Harris.
LaMarcus Lee, his first foul, 6th team foul.
That's the 6th team foul on Scotlandville. The next one, if it's non-shooting, Washington will shoot 1 and 1. Wide of the mark. Bridgewater has it. So do the Hornets. In black and gold. Pull-up jump shot. Tipped up in the air. Back over the backboard. It belongs to Quachita.
Very uncharacteristic, Dennis, for Scotlandville to miss this many shots. They're a pretty good shooting ball club.
Well, you better get back on Washita. 2 points the other way.
Joseph Russo.
The Hornets trail it by 7. And there's a 5-second call.
Wow, great defense. Timeout, Scotlandville.
Timeout, Scotlandville. The Hornets have called a timeout with 4:38 to play in the second quarter.
Is a proud supporter of LHSAA basketball.
Well, let's see what it means to win a state championship for Washita.
It would mean a lot for me. I always wanted to win it. Since I saw Washita play, since I seen every high school play, I wanted to win, and I think it'd be outstanding if we won it today.
He's a senior, Chris Sumler. Senior, 5'11". Wears number 3, and he's off to a good start for the Lions. And when I say a good start, he's playing hard on both sides of half court.
He's the total player.
Well, let's get it going again. It's 21-14. Washita Parish. Number of schools in this parish, but that's what they're officially known as. Inside it goes, and it's easily done in there by Rollins.
Dennis, I'm very surprised at how easy they're getting the ball down on the blocks. I mean, they're shooting layups.
Unbelievable with the size of Scotlandville. They have no fear down low, just going down low with it. Nobody's done that on the Hornets. Bridgewater pulls up, takes the shot. And there's our guy Sumler with it. All the way down the court. The rebound is pulled down, and a basket for the Lions. Across the timeline there goes the Lions, and Josh Harris with it. Harris with the left hand. Loses it out of bounds over to Scotlandville.
Entering for the Hornets, number 24, Damian Jones. At number 23, Ezekiel Brown. For the Lions, number 20, Yandra Specs.
Well, the Hornets walk it across the timeline. We'll see much of that with these two teams. 25-14. Washita with a big lead. There's a hold underneath on the Lions. It's going to be the 6th foul on Washita.
Entering for the Lions is number 14, Cameron Sims.
Sims comes back in the game for Washita. He was active early on. One and one coming now because that's the 7th
Number 14 for the Lions, Cameron
team
Sims.
foul.
His second foul, 7th team foul.
Jared Sam will go to the free throw line for the Hornets.
It's a solid Scotlandville team. As I mentioned, they were runner-up. Had a big lead in that game. They finished runner-up in also. And then last year, they won the state championship. They've been in the state championship for 3 straight years, and the shot is good by Sam. 25-16. Washita tried to draw the foul. They couldn't. Look at the Lions, how active they are. Specs with it.
Traveling violation.
I said it earlier in one of our other games, Rob. I don't think I've ever seen this many traveling calls called in a basketball game.
It's just that first step. You're dragging that pivot foot before you put the ball on the floor, and they're going to get you every time.
And it's probably the speed of the athletes these days.
Well, slow it down a little.
Just dribble it first.
Dribble it first, and you can still be just as speedy.
23 for the Lions. Here's Rollins.
But that first step's very important.
His second foul. 18 foul.
So all of a sudden, Washita has 18 fouls. 1-and-1 is coming for Scotlandville. Banks is shooting. He got it. He'll get one more. With Rob Mishmack, Dennis McCain on Fox Sports, New Orleans. Happy to bring you the state championships of Louisiana, and delighted all of you have tuned in wherever you're watching around the country. Back it goes to the Hornets. Remember this little sequence of events. 25-18. They've got it to 7. Let's see what they can do right before the half. Inside it goes, and 2 more in there for Damian Jones.
Dennis, until that bucket, that was the first field goal that Scotlandville has scored in this quarter. Everything had come from the free throw line.
Doesn't matter how you score it, and they got it again. Look at them throwing it in. Inside, low, back up it goes, hanging on the rim. That time was Jones. They didn't call it, so they'll put up a 3, and there it goes down. Ezekiel Brown, the junior, pops it. 25-23.
Don't let the Hornets,
2-point game.
Don't let the Hornets get that stinger out.
Oh, they got it sticking out right now, buddy. They got it showing, and it's rebound. Tried to get it back up. The Hornets have the basketball. They trail by 2. They can tie the game or take the lead.
Boy, and this happened quick. Foul from behind. Boy, this happened quick, buddy.
I mean, we're settling in here. Not that you could really settle in this game, but a big lead
for Washita Parish.
And in control for the Lions, but not now, because the Hornets have a chance with 2 free throws to tie the game. Just under 2 minutes to go. First one won't go in, though, so you will not get a second one. That's the bad part about missing the front end of a 1-and-1. Washita with the basketball, still holding on to a 2-point lead. Mason shoots it, misses. Joseph Mason, who wears number 24. Speaking of number 24.
Oh! You can see it coming.
He slammed it down. He flushed it. Damian Jones did.
We are tied at 25.
For 3.
Yep.
It goes. Yeah, trust. Oh, my goodness, Jared Sam. Give us a break. They just keep going, don't they?
I'm glad they called timeout, because I was about to stand up and say, we need a TV timeout.
Timeout. Our score's 28-27.
Damian Jones, I thought he was going to get it there, but he decided to bring it down and say, we're coming.
But don't you like that poise when you grab the ball and you get control and then you pop right up with it and then flush it down?
Little man's getting it right there.
Yeah, he's getting it.
Little Hornet right there.
To get you somewhere in Louisiana, this is where we play some good basketball.
Get a little lanyard.
This is fun. 28-27. Washita Parish. I mentioned that's what they call the school. Obviously,
They're from Washita Parish.
Yeah, a lot of high schools in the parish. Good ball movement. Back up it goes, and I'll tell you what, Sims has done a great job. And once again, he amazes us that he can get in there.
Not intimidated at all.
Cameron Sims makes it 30 to 27. We are inside of a minute. That would tie it, and it does. Swish out there for Ezekiel Brown.
That's his second.
25 seconds to go in the second quarter. Stolen away. We're still tied the way we started. Run it down. Good job by Brown. He gets it ahead, Sanders. The Hornets have a chance to take the lead at halftime. Inside of 7 seconds now. Foul into the free throw line will go Damian Jones.
Foul number 14 for the Lions, Cameron Sims. His third foul, 10th team foul.
Two shots coming because that's 10 fouls on Washita. But still, Damian Jones has a chance to put the Hornets in the lead at halftime with Rob Mishmack, Dennis McCain, Fox Sports, New Orleans, and the 5A championship, a team from Baton Rouge. The Hornets, they're the team in black, and the red and white team. White uniforms with red trim. Washita from Monroe. The Hornets have a 1-point lead. And that lead will be at halftime unless the long shot goes down, which it does not. The Scotlandville Magnet Hornets
Lions 30.
from Louisiana's capital city lead Washita 31-30. From the Fant.
Attention fans.
The Fant Ewing Coliseum in Monroe. Now let's go courtside for a special presentation.
Mitch Small, the marketing director.
Would like to thank the West Monroe Convention and Visitors Bureau, along with the University of Louisiana at Monroe, for hosting the 2013 LHSAA State Farm Top 28. As a show of appreciation, LHSAA Executive Director Mr. Kenny Henderson is presenting a game ball to Miss Alana Cooper, Executive Director of the West Monroe Convention and Visitors Bureau, along with Scott Brascotta, Director of Sales. Also, thanks to the many volunteers and the staff here at Fant Ewing Coliseum
it takes a lot to put something like this on, pal. Volunteers, the food, the ticket sales, all the things that go into this.
28.
Game ball well deserved.
You bet it
by
does.
Monroe.
You bet it does. 31-30. Scotlandville, our thanks to the city of Monroe. 30-hour coverage of the LHSAA Top 28 Basketball Championships is being brought to you by Talkin' T-Shirts, the official T-shirt provider of the LHSAA, by J.C. Fidel Energy Services, by the Louisiana National Guard, protect what matters, and by the Louisiana High School Athletic Association Regional Healthcare Network, providing quality healthcare services to the LHSAA.
Welcome back inside a sold-out Fant Ewing Coliseum. Scotlandville has come back to take the lead over the number 1 seed Washita Parish Lions, 31-30 at halftime in our Class 5A state championship finale here in Monroe. And
Scotlandville 31, Washita Parish, the Lions 30. We are at halftime with Rob Mishmack, Dennis McCain on Fox Sports New Orleans as we look at the highlights from the first half.
And Washita got off to a great start. Well, their big man is outsized, but Cameron Sims has been doing yeoman's work underneath Bridgewater with a lay-in for the Hornets. They started to make their move when they went inside. Damian Jones with a bucket. Jones inside again, and this time he does not get charged with the charge. Good board work that time by Sims again. They pop it out to their man. And a Sumler for three, and then here come the Hornets with some threes of their own. Ezekiel Brown, not once but twice. Second one following this monster jam by Damian Jones.
Here are the State Farm stats from the first half.
And shooting on both sides, still pretty low. The turnovers are about even. One statistic, Dennis, that I think you might want to look for in the second half is rebounding, as the Lions hold a 23-18 advantage, and a lot of those on the offensive end. As a matter of fact, 11 of those on the offensive boards. Have a feeling that Carlos Sample at the halftime said, guys, you can't give up a dozen offensive boards in a game, let alone in a half.
Let's take a break. After the break, the final 2 quarters, 16 minutes to play, but a lifetime of memories. We are in Monroe, Louisiana, as you look at Carlos Sample, coach of the defending state champions of Louisiana, the Scotlandville Hornets. And right now, the Hornets have a 1-point lead.
Washita in the all-white with maroon trim.
In it goes down low again for Rollins. And once again, Washita continues to get it down and hit it low in there.
Scotlandville, black tops and black breeches with gold trim.
Scotlandville with the size, but Washita, a very quick team. That's the reason they're able to get it down low. There's Bridgewater. Well, he's tough to stop on the inside. Bridgewater, Brian Bridgewater scores. The senior from Scotlandville. But you see, there's that speed I talked about. The Lions can't finish it. They continue to put it up. Mason does. Washita slows it down just a bit as Specs looks at the defense. Gets a screen there by Sims. Shoots it. Bridgewater has it. Grabs the rebound. Out. The Hornets are running. They get it down. Contact on the inside, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Washita.
Foul number 24 for the Lions, Joseph Mason. His third foul, first team foul.
So that's the first team foul on the Lions. Joseph Mason was guilty of the foul. The Hornets lead by 2. By 3. Pressed by Scotlandville. Specs does a good job of breaking the presses, guided by Sanders. Vincent Sanders is on him and lob it underneath. Pull out of there. Look at the big rebound up in the air by Jones. Jones starts it the other way, and Sanders shoots it. Vincent Sanders, he can't hit it. Bridgewater rebound. Bridgewater finishes it off. Brian Bridgewater.
Biggest lead of the night. And they just threw it right through the legs. An unforced error there. Joseph Mason went right through the legs.
Scotlandville with a 37-32 lead. Washita off to a big start tonight in front of a home crowd. But the Hornets brought a few.
They brought a nice crowd
from Baton Rouge.
They weathered the storm, is what they did. A lot of emotion early, and they weathered it.
Foul is called.
Foul number 5 for the Lions, Kwame Fletcher.
Second
Number 21, Daquan.
Team foul on Washita. Scotlandville close it in. The Hornets have the basketball, and they enjoy right now a 5 6-point lead. Bridgewater uses his body, and he uses the backboard, and he puts it down as he kisses it off the glass. Out it goes. Back over to Scotlandville. And after trailing, Rob, this whole game, a 7-point lead must seem like many for Scotlandville.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if they get another bucket, Washita might need to regroup.
What a great city this is, the city of Monroe. And
it's been a great year for them. Their
really
baseball
has.
team was in a regional, and football team went to the first ever bowl game in the Independence Bowl. Their girls basketball team is advanced in the Sun Belt tournament. A lot of positive things going on here. We talked with the president of the university the other night, Dr. Nick, and he's a handful down from La Ronge.
he really is. Of course, we did Fox Sports New Orleans football game from La Ronge this year with Brazil, their fine player, who's going to LSU. That's where the president of this university happens to be from. Bridgewater again. This time he can hit it, but look at Scotlandville get it back. Bridgewater up in the air. He's fouled as he goes up. With intentions to flush it. He didn't get it down, but he's going to shoot two.
Big man went up strong.
Did he?
The backboard is still moving. He better wait to shoot these free throws because he's going to be shooting at a disadvantage. It's still got a little wiggle to it.
Let it settle down a second.
Thing just took a heavy hit.
Seems like there's still some movement. Bridgewater shoots, and it's not good. He'll get to do it again. Here's the second one. It's good. How many televisions do you think we have on Fox Sports New Orleans back in Baton Rouge right now? And they're happy that the Hornets are leading 40-32. The turnover, Scotlandville gets it back. Bridgewater. He throws it out, and then he wanted it back, but good job by Washita. Here come the Lions now as they fight back the other way. Down the baseline, swish it goes, smooth for Chris Sumler.
Really think they need to start
Get back quick.
Shot. Oh, and a push from behind him one.
Bridgewater scores in one.
They need to start getting some more looks, Dennis, for Sumler. Because he's hitting the shots when they've got him. He just hadn't got off enough shots.
Yeah, I like his rotation, Chris Sumler. He's got a nice shot. Bridgewater completes a three-point shot.
And number 30, Jabari Jones.
43-34. Scotlandville with a 9-point lead as Mason has the basketball for Washita. Pull-up jump shot, swish, he goes. Yetra Specs. Washita needed that basket. See if they look for Bridgewater again. Or maybe Jones.
Not time for Damian Jones to get
Yeah,
his
Jones is ready down there, too. They're both posting up, and they're switching from either side. Bridgewater comes out to get the basketball, but Jones is still down in there. Now Jones has it. There goes Jones. He gives it away and back to his guard, Trelon Banks. Inside, and then feed it to me, and I'll score, and that's what Banks did.
Well, the big fella faked him out. They thought he was going to drop step, and he just dunked it back to his guard, and they get the three-point play the old-fashioned way if they can convert.
Number 5 for the Lions, Bobby Fletcher. His 5th foul.
Wow, Fletcher's fouled out.
Entering the game for the Lions, number 24, Joseph Mason.
So the first player to leave, the senior Fletcher. Banks hits the free throw. It's a 10-point game. Halfway, almost through the fourth period. Mason across the timeline. Sumlin Tried to give it back to Mason. Someone wants a three-point shot, and he hit it.
The guy's automatic. I'm telling you, you need to get him the basketball. He's going to win the game for you if they're going to win it.
That's a basketball player right there, Sumler. Sumler hits the three, Chris Sumler. He's 5'11" and a senior. Battle for the rebound. Pulled out of there by Mason. The Lions come battling back. Now Sumler. Right down the baseline. A reverse layup is good. Here comes Washington. Yetra Spax. Boom. Bridgewater a couple of times has rattled the rim but hasn't hit it. Gets a big rebound right there because Washington had cut the lead to 5.
Place for the lid up, had that one drop.
Banks gets it down low. Triple team, but still, that's not enough to stop Damian Jones. They put 3 Lions on him, and now the Hornets steal the basketball. Jones right down the lane. Didn't get it. Back up it goes, and it hangs on the rim and then decides to fall for Banks.
And 1. Make it 2.
Sims for Washington will shoot 2.
Jones, his second foul. First team foul.
Got him with the right hand.
Good comeback by Washington, but
Bucket could have cut it to 3. Now it's 9 again.
yeah, Scotlandville got it rolling again, and free throw makes it for Sims, makes it 50-42. Keep it inside of 10 and then make a run. A lot of energy out there. I think both these teams, well, they covered the court in about 3.2 seconds, flying both ways a couple of times. Here comes the second one. Good block out that time by Bridgewater. Brown with it. Gets it over there to Banks. Inside to Jones. Jones spins. Good move by Jones and a basket. And he'll shoot 1.
Boy, they're working the paint in this second half. Jones, Bridgewater. Lead is back to 10. Free throw conversion here would be the biggest lead of the night at 11 for the Hornets.
Joseph Mason, his 4th foul, 6th team foul.
To the line to shoot will be Damian Jones. Try to complete the three-point play, and he does. An 11-point lead. Scotlandville whistle. They've been holding on the inside, and I think they got one of the Hornets.
Foul number 23 for Scotlandville, Ezekiel Brown.
Ezekiel Brown, 5'9", and a junior. They caught him reaching out and grabbing somebody, keeping him close.
Well, I can tell you who he grabbed. Was who they were setting it up for was Sumler to come out there and get a 3 coming off that pick.
Tipped out of bounds. Well, you got to keep it close right here if you're Washington. Still a lot of basketball to be played. Harris backing it out for the Lions. Guarded by Sanders. Sanders is close to him, and the shot is up and no good. Bridgewater pulls it down. He gives it away to Brown. Brown under to Jones, who is shooting and scoring.
My goodness.
Damian Jones, the senior, 6'10".
When he decides to take it to the rack, I mean,
interesting to see if Scotlandville now tries to play that inside game.
To the sheet 3.
Sumler puts it up, Chris Sumler.
While Sumler shoots these free throws, Dennis, want to take a moment. We met Tommy Danger today. He's a young man who's running across the country, trying to raise some funds for cystic fibrosis. Of course, John Prescotta, one of our favorites here in Monroe, introduced us to him. We just want to wish him luck. He's trying to raise money for cystic fibrosis, and he started in Seattle, Washington, and he hopes to end up in Daytona Beach, Florida. Today he got to Rayville. They brought him back to Monroe to get a little rest. They'll bring him back there in the morning, so he didn't have to run that 20 miles again.
That's incredible. All the way from the West Coast to the
Great Northwest.
To the East Coast. Carlos Sample likes his player Damian Jones, and here's what he had to say about his senior.
Damian Jones has been here with us 4 years. This is his 4th straight state final. You know, he's double-doubles and points, rebounds, almost triple-doubles and blocks. Outstanding student as well, Vanderbilt signee. And he's just excited about the opportunity to play for a championship game tonight.
What a job Carlos Sample does. And of course, he loves his players, doesn't he, Rob?
He's got a great community at Scotlandville. They were the Hornets, and they changed it for many years, I think, to the Eagles. And when the Hornet alumni got together and said, we're going to put this thing back together right, they went back to the Hornets.
Then we're going to play some athletics. They play football there also. First shot, but a fine high school Scotlandville Magnet. I tell you what, that young man, Chris Sumler, smooth, isn't he?
He's got ice water in his veins.
He had 2 of them. He gets 1 more.
You let him open for a couple of threes, you tighten this thing up in a hurry.
The third one could cut it to 10. That's still a long way away, but it's a start. .130 to play in the third quarter. The Hornets very easily beat the press, and so that's inside and then back outside with it. See if they try to get it back in there to Jones. They do, and Jones is having the ball stripped away.
Sumler took it away.
Sumler's running with it. Chris Sumler is bumped and fouled. He'll take the ball in. It's only the
number 10 for Scotlandville, Traylon Bates.
Only the 4th team foul in Scotlandville.
14 foul.
Quachita has committed 6 fouls.
Sumler!
No, that was short. Quachita with the rebound, though, and back. Up. And in for Cameron Sims.
So that's 5 straight.
Good job by Sims.
5 straight for the Lions. They get the basketball back. Boy, a much-needed run here to close the third quarter.
54 seconds to go. The Lions trailing now by 8 points. Who will get the momentum at the end of the third quarter? Let's find out. Quachita with the first chance. And the basket on the inside.
That's
once
your
again
guy.
by Sims.
That's your guy.
Cameron Sims, he's working hard on the inside. The lead is only 6. Quachita to Jones. Jones has an easy look.
And
he gets
one.
it. And he'll shoot 1 from the free throw line. Wow. Quachita grabbed the momentum, but a free throw right here would put it back to 9.
Well, the most important thing there may not be that is that is the 4th foul on Cameron Sims. And, buddy, he's been low tonight.
Well, nobody moved after the free throw. Just everybody stand there like he was going to get 2. He'd already made the basket. He does get 1. The lead is at 9. Quachita with the last shot of the third quarter. Sumler is deliberate. He's double teamed right now. Pull-up jump shot is kicked out. That's how the third quarter will almost end. Still 2 seconds to go. Scotlandville's going to have a chance to catch and shoot here.
Entering the game for the Lions is number 23, Darius Rollins, and number 21, Daquan
58-49. A basket by the Hornets would be devastating for Washita after the big comeback.
See if they don't try and go down low with a lob to Jones. He's got a huge height advantage.
He's standing low. Instead, it's to the back court, so you'll have to shoot it right there. That's good if it goes, but it will not.
And your score. At the end of the
Scotlandville held them off. At the end of the third quarter, we played 3 for the 5A state championship of Louisiana. It's all on Fox Sports New Orleans. Scotlandville by 9 points. State Farm brings you the stats through 3 quarters.
Well, you see both teams with 20 field goals, but look at the difference in free throws attempted and made, Dennis. That's a huge part of this game. As a matter of fact, it's the difference in the score right now. Turnovers are about even, but both these clubs would like to have that number lower. Whoever hits free throws down the stretch and commits the least amount of turnovers in this quarter is going to win it. And I think Sumler's going to have to get 8 to 10 points in this fourth quarter for Washita to have a shot. He's their main gun.
Washita trying to take Scotlandville down from the throne. The defending state champions of Louisiana have the basketball, and they are playing in their black uniforms, trimmed in gold. Washita in white.
Foul trouble for Washita with Sims and a couple of others with 4 fouls. So Lions are going to have to be careful.
Well, they stopped them the first time, and the Lions have the basketball, and the Washita crowd wanted a reach-in foul right there. The shot is long, and the 2 players come together. It goes out, and will stay with Washita. Stolen away. Look out. There's Banks with it. Banks can't finish it. Washita has it going the other way. Here come the Lions now. They have a 3-on-2, but those 2 were enough for Scotlandville. The Hornets with the basketball. Push. A push inside.
Foul number 50 for the Lions, Cody Little. His first foul.
Little.
Team foul.
That's the 18th foul on Washita. Scotlandville will shoot.
And they're going to have to bring Cameron Sims and Sumler back in regardless of the foul trouble, eh? Just a mixed match underneath.
Rob, we drove by the old Washita High School the other day and brought back memories.
Maybe for you.
It did.
All I know of is the new Washita High School.
Well, my mom graduated from Neville, went to a lot of football games here as a youngster.
Was that when the Fuzz?
Yeah. Here comes Washita. She graduated with Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
Washita with the basketball.
You know the old story about Bill Ruppel. Lived up in the stadium at Neville.
Drive it to the basket. Tipped away. Washita shot is long by Sumler. But look at the Lions.
Cameron Sims again.
Right on the inside. Sims scores. Cameron Sims, but Rob, as you mentioned, he better be careful because he has 4 fouls. You don't need to lose him. Whistle. Washita's holding.
Yeah, they got Sumler for holding there, and I believe that's only going to be his first foul, but 9th team foul.
Hard to believe that you can play in a basketball game like this as much action as we've had if you're Sumler and only have 1 foul. But he does. He's a good one. To the line to shoot will be Banks, but that's the 9th team foul on Washita. So remember that because Scotlandville in the future will shoot 2, even if it's a non-shooting foul. They can't hit the first one. They won't get the second one. Sumler's looking at the basketball. He's dribbling. There's a little opening right there, and he dumps it off to Sims. Up, got him for traveling. No basket.
Sumler thought he got rid of the basketball before the whistle was blown, but official's not going to have any of it.
7-point game. The Hornets with it. Jones inside. Jones leans, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Jones.
Let me tell you something, pal. With 4 fouls on you, that's gutsy regardless.
It is.
15 foul.
But Sims had good position.
Josh Harris.
Moving just a touch there to his left. Could have gone either way. Well, we've only played 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
A lot of action.
Well, we hope that all of you are enjoying it. I know Fox Sports New Orleans. But there's action, they're there. The state championships of Louisiana. Official network of the LHSAA. Here is Sims.
And he's fouled by Jones.
He'll shoot 2.
That's going to be the third on Jones.
For the Hornets, Damian Jones, his 4th foul, 6th team foul.
So now Sims and Jones on the Scotlandville side. Sims shooting for Quachita. They both have 4 fouls. And Coach Sample wants Jones to come sit for a little while with the 4 fouls. Sims misses both of the free throws. That could be costly as we move toward the end of the game. Scotlandville turns it over. Sims is fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Bridgewater with the block with Sims.
Second foul on Bridgewater. Sims is going to go back to the line, but he needs to hit these free throws. He'll get 2 this time.
Hard to the hole that time. When you're behind late, you've got to hit free throws when the clock is stopped. You've got to get points.
He had a couple of chances moments ago. Now he'll shoot again. Misses the first one. Cameron Sims, a junior, 6'5". He'll get one more. Got that one. The lead is 6. Scotlandville can't get it in bounds, but they call timeout. Well, the Hornets call a timeout.
Thank you to Coca-Cola.
Leading by 6.
LHSAA state championship events and a sponsor of the Louisiana High School.
Well, it's a big crowd for Quachita, and earlier today we asked Coach Sample from Scotlandville what he would do to take the crowd out of the game.
Well, you know, we talked before the playoffs. We talked about it doesn't matter if we go on the road or play on the moon. That it's not a big ordeal. We've been battle tested throughout the year, and we're just focused on 32 minutes of games. You know, just the focus alone would block out the crowd, and we just need to play Scotlandville basketball for 32 minutes, possession by possession at a time, and I think we'll be okay.
I'm not sure how noisy it is on the moon.
It's not
it ain't
this
this
noisy.
loud, I can tell you that.
Yeah, you're not playing in Monroe when you're on the moon. They have some great fans here in the city of Monroe. Hard to the basket goes Banks. Jelon Banks. Banks has played a good basketball game, kind of running the show there for Scotlandville tonight. Underneath it goes to Bridgewater. Bridgewater doesn't hit it. They fight. Bridgewater has it back. He's not going to miss the second time. He puts it in. Scotlandville by 10. We've only played 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Still a long, lot of time left. 5:06. For the officials, we'll do a little mopping of the court. When you look at Coach Sample, though, that kind of looks like that's the character of his team. When you look into his face there walking the sideline. Two good coaches, and Casey Jones, Quachita, and Carlos Sample, Scotlandville. Tripped in the backcourt, the turnover. Scotlandville has the basketball. Look at him fight for the ball, and then there's the reach-in foul on Quachita.
It's going to be on Sumler. That's going to be his second.
Well, the big crowd didn't like that call, did they? They didn't like that little sequence of events there.
They thought Harris might have gotten fouled.
Ezekiel Brown. He has number 23 on his jersey. He averages over 6 points a game, and he's 5'9", a guard, and he's a junior. Here comes one more shot. Brown hits it. Scotlandville with pressure. They're just right there on you, and then they step the action up when they want to. Down the baseline drives. Specs with the ball.
Tonight's attendance, 7,379, 73-79.
Well, 7,300 people, over 7,300 right now in the Coliseum watching the basketball game. Bridgewater slams it down, Hornet style. Spin right down the lane. Nice drive by Specs. Yetra Specs, the senior. Let's look back at the impressive dunk by Bridgewater.
Dished it behind, and Bridgewater on the trail, and wow.
Couple of Hornets trailing there. He also had Jared Sam in the vicinity.
Fans, a reminder, after the game, we'll have our awards presentation. We ask that you stay in the stands. Fans do not come out on the floor. And for our members of the media, make sure we're going to take some pictures of our teams tonight. Make sure you stay back for just a moment while we get our official photograph. And then for our members of the media, we'll turn the
Well, they're asking everybody to stay off the court. Well, they really like their coach at Quachita. Chris Sumler likes him also as he talks about Casey Jones.
Coach Jones, he means a lot to me. He means a lot to everybody. He's like a father figure, and he's a coach at the same time. He's hard on us. He's hard on me especially. It's great to play for him day in and day out.
I like him also, Rob. He's a great coach and does a good job with his players. Casey Jones.
He teaches more than the game of basketball. He's teaching life.
He does.
Skills, and you hear guys, he's hard to play for. Some days you may not like him, but you know what? You still think of him as a father. You probably spend more time with that man right there than you do with your own parents.
You bet. That's an outstanding high school. We've had a lot of opportunities to visit with their principal, Todd Geis. He always welcomes us into his office when we're in Monroe. Free throw is no good. Washita is trailing by 14. They need this free throw, and then they need to play some defense. Free throw is good. Would you, well, just as I started to ask you if you would think Scotlandville would run a little clock. No, throw it all the way down the court. Just keep doing what got you to the dance. And it goes to Bridgewater. Washita, though, in a little foul trouble, but that's even more reason maybe to get it down low to Bridgewater. He scores on the inside. Washita has to answer. Blocking foul, I believe, is going to be called, and that's going to send Darius Rollins, 6'2", a senior, to the line to shoot. Bridgewater got the foul. That's his third foul on Bridgewater. That's the 19th foul on Scotlandville. So from this point forward, both teams will be shooting 2 shots, even if it's a non-shooting foul. Second, he banked the first one in and got the second, and Washita needed those 2 free throws. Brown is being guarded in the back court by Jones, and he hustles across the timeline with Rob Mishmack. I'm Dennis McCain. Thank you for all of your support statewide in Louisiana that you've given us over the years. Washita with the basketball. Here come the Lions. Let's see if they have a little fight left on them in the end, and you know they will, as Sims scores for the Lions, and they call timeout.
Sims has played a long time with 4 fouls. They got to keep him out of there, don't they? Pick up that fifth.
Christian athletes for their continued support of high school athletics in the state of Louisiana. And fans are reminded
Down by 11.
LHSCA All-Star Basketball Games. They'll be in Cincinnati.
Casey Jones is telling his Lions,
you can find out more.
guys, we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
Website, LHSAA.org.
Give it all you have.
And on Facebook by liking the LHSAA.
And on the other side, Scotlandville, they need to protect the basketball. And since Washita has 10 fouls, if they can protect the basketball once again and hit their free throws, Scotlandville's in good shape. But that's a big if. Look at the crowd from Baton Rouge. Part of the big crowd. The Hornets take it in. Scotlandville with the basketball, and they enjoy the lead right now. Get it across the timeline. That's the first thing you have to do. Throw it back out. Well, Robbie appeared to maybe want to run a little clock here. Down to 3 minutes. Then the shot.
He traveled.
They were doing a good job running the clock, but then pushed it down the lane, and it goes over to Washita.
Number 20, Yandra Specs.
The Lions need a basket. It's one way to get some points with the clock stopped. The reach-in foul.
For the Hornets, Vincent Sanders. His second foul.
Sanders
10th team foul.
commits the foul. That's his second foul, but it's going to give Washita 2 shots. A chance for the Lions to cut into the lead with the clock stopped, and they get one. Another chance for Harris. It's in the air. It's in the net. So the lead now is 9. They had an 11-point lead in the basketball. So they'll go back to dribbling a little bit. Banks does. 5-second call. The turnover gives it back to Washita.
2 straight turnovers.
I'll tell you what,
by the Hornets.
Banks can handle that basketball, but you need to get rid of it after about 4 seconds.
You get Sumler to tumble in a tray right here. Place going to get fired up.
Shot up, blocked away. Sumler is on the ground with the basketball. He wants a timeout, and the official says you can have a timeout, Chris. Timeout, Lions.
Network of the LHSAA, North Oak Specialty Orthopedic Center, Lake Charles Memorial Sports Medicine, Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine, and Green Clinic Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery.
Well, we're late in the ball game. What would you tell your team this late in the game? How about it, Casey Jones?
So I always tell them to relax and stay poised and do what we do every day in practice. Watch our basketball enough. Don't try to be a hero. We got special situations, special sets we know we want to get the ball to, and just go out and execute.
The last thing he said is what they have to do, is execute. And those plays he's talking about late when you're behind probably include number 3.
Well, you keep waiting for that big 3-point shot from Summer, but a good spin underneath, and Cameron Sims scores for the Lions. They'll take 2 points any way that they can get it. It's 68 to 61 right now. That's a 7-point lead, so the 11-point lead goes to 7. Scotlandville with the basketball.
That's
and
5 seconds again.
5 seconds called on Scotlandville.
3rd turnover in a row for the Hornets.
Well, they're not struggling with the basketball. They really can't dribble it, but you have to get rid of it after about 4 seconds. Better to get rid of it about 3. Washita with the basketball. Could they cut even closer to the lead? Sims is going to try it. Up in the air. Rebound is pulled out of there by Bridgewater. Scotlandville has it. Across the timeline. Stolen away. Here comes Sumler. Throws it way down the court. 2 more for the Lions. And this crowd is going wild as Rollins puts it in. It's a 5-point game from 11 to 5. Chris Summer came up with that loose ball, says that Washita has the best fans in America.
I feel great about it. They tell us every day they gonna support us, and I don't want to let them down, so I'm gonna try my hardest to make them proud.
They call it the Madhouse on Mulhern. Have you ever been in the Madhouse?
I've been, nope. I've been outside the Madhouse. I've seen the big sign. I've been to the football stadium, obviously. Haven't seen a basketball game there, though.
I'll tell you something, buddy.
Special.
Special. With a capital S, special.
Well, it's been a big week. Regionals all across Louisiana. Of course, you were in Lake Charles and covering the regional there. And you had staff around the state. And just good for me to join you when it's championship time.
Yeah, you're getting good at that.
Scotlandville will bring it in. The Hornets with it. And I hope that all of you are enjoying this game as much as we are enjoying it. And Fox Sports New Orleans, happy to bring it to you. There's a foul. Scotlandville will go to the line to to shoot, and they'll get 2 shots up by 5. This is the first chance Scotlandville's had to score in a long time because
they've turned it over 3 straight trips. Over.
Short on the free throw.
2-possession game now either way, even if he makes it.
Sanders, every point important. Sanders that time can't hit it. Scotlandville misses both of the free throws. So after the turnovers and the missed free throws, well, giving Washita a chance right here. They're down by 5. The floater is not good. Bridgewater has it, and he gets it over there to Jones. A minute to go. Get it across the timeline. Washita is going to have to foul because, well, under it goes to Bridgewater. Bridgewater is losing the basketball.
Harris stole it and got fouled. And he's going to shoot 2 with the top clock stopped. So, Dennis, that's 4 turnovers and 2 missed free throws. That's 5 empty trips for the Hornets in this last minute and a half. That's why Washita has had the opportunity here. 5 missed trips by the Hornets. That's very rare for a club that has that much talent and poise.
And they were throwing it down low. Here's the free throws coming now from Josh Harris. We are inside of a minute. The free throw is good. He'll get another. He would have gotten it anyway because we're past the 10 fouls. (68-64). This would make it a 1-possession game, and it does. Scotlandville by 3. The Lions are crushing them.
Throw it away.
The Hornets. Washita has the basketball.
Whoa, Nelly. Here we go.
The Big O, Washita. The Washita River runs through the parish, separates Monroe from West Monroe. Sumler for 3 in the air. Swish it goes. We are tied at 68.
Are you kidding me? Sumler from the parking lot. A walk. 7 straight trips. The Hornets come up empty.
27 seconds to go. Washita has the basketball. They have a chance to win it. Here come the Lions from Monroe in front of
timeout Lions.
8,000 people. Timeout Washita.
The shot by Sumler. My goodness, Dennis McKay. Nothing was squared up. Look at this. Fall away. Oh, my goodness.
He measured that one, buddy. And look at him maneuver to get the shot off.
And watch the fans. You think they knew something was coming?
Well, they're dancers. They call themselves the Dandelions. And they're feeling pretty dandy right now. Their Lions have tied the basketball game at 68 with 17.6 seconds to go. Washita has a chance to win it. They were down by 11 with a couple of minutes left.
6 straight turnovers and 2 missed free throws, which I count as turnovers. 7 trips now that Scotlandville has not even got a shot off. So here we go. I go inside to Sims. He's been good.
Yeah, Rollins throws it in. They're taking a lot of time right here, just walking the ball across the timeline. So they're going to take, no doubt, the last shot, but they better get going. It's already down to 5 seconds. In it goes, so they put it all in the hands that time of their guard. We're going to overtime, tied at 68 points. Washita and Scotlandville for the 5A Championship of Louisiana.
So some lanyap in Louisiana.
4 minutes, that's how long you play in high school. We're coming back to show it to you on Fox Sports New Orleans. Overtime in Monroe at the Van Ewing Coliseum on the campus of the University of Louisiana. At Monroe with Rob Mishmack, Dennis McCain, all tied. What a 5A state championship game we have going. Jones gives it to Bridgewater. Shot from way outside is no good that time by Brown. Put it back up. The jump shot is sweetened in this time by Waylon Banks. 2-point lead for the Hornets. Well, they led almost the whole game and then tied right in the end, and Washington had a chance to win it. Right now they trail by 2, and it's almost stolen away, and now it is. And ahead it goes to the basket. The layup is there for Vincent Sanders. The Hornets up by 4 again. Rollins gives it away there to Sumlin. Sumlin hit a big 3-point shot that tied the game, but now Washington finds itself trailing by 4.
Damian Jones.
Get it out of here.
Get it out of here.
Entering for Washington, number 30, Jamari Jones.
Jones is in the game now for Washington. Jamari Jones. Specs. Hands it away there to Sims. Sumler tries to shoot it. They're watching Sumler, I think. Sims is trying to draw the foul.
Block. And guess what? Damian Jones is just fouled out.
Jones will have to sit for Scotlandville.
Oh, my. One of them was gone. It was either Sims or Jones going to get the fifth.
They went toe-to-toe, didn't they? Well, I tell you what, Jones and Bridgewater, though, keeping that ball away from the basket. Finally, the foul, and now Sims goes to the line to shoot. Washington, though, trailing again, Rob, and now they'll have to come back at trailing by 4. Sims at the line. He'll need to hit these 2 free throws. He'll get 2, obviously. We've been at 10 fouls forever. Low trajectory on that shot.
Jones has hit one of his last 5 from the free throw line.
Here comes his second one. Try to get it to 3. Didn't hit that one either. Hornets have the basketball, and they lead by 4. Brown across the timeline. Washington. Jones on him. Take it down low. Bridgewater scores.
Ryan
Scotlandville leads it by 6. For 3. Rebound Scotlandville. The Hornets once again in control of the basketball game. Let's see if they do a better job this time holding into the ball and hitting their free throws as Banks has it. Banks is dribbling. He's being guarded, and he gets it back over to Sanders. Sanders and Banks, and right on the line. It'll stay with Scotlandville.
Entering for Washington, number 12, Josh Harris.
It's a 6-point game. Quachita has not scored in the overtime period. Banks with it. When you're up by 6, I said it earlier, if you just hold the ball, don't get that 5-second call and hit your free throws, you can win the basketball game.
Timeout Scotlandville.
Timeout Hornets.
Timeout Scotlandville. Fans, once again, a reminder. Please stay off the floor after the game, and for everyone.
The Hornets call timeout.
Right now, please have a seat.
We are in overtime with Rob Mishmack, Dennis McCain. Rob, this has been it's been special. Not only a good basketball game, but just the arena here with 8,000 people watching. That makes it looks like it's something out of a movie.
Well, it's March Madness at its best.
Presentation photos of today's events. Go to flashpixphoto.com.
Well, Carlos Sample has his team back in the championship game once again.
Well, it means a whole lot. You know, we understand what's going on. We know the difficulty in repeating, but we're not really just focused on that. You know, we're just focused on trying to win a championship for this senior group that's going out because they worked so hard and dedicated themselves to this season.
Well, if they can work hard for a minute and 43 seconds, Scotlandville will repeat as state champions. Now here comes Quachita in to challenge the basketball. A good screen right there, no foul call. Clock continues to run down to a minute 30, all the way to the basket. Go ahead and take it. And he did. Brown did, Ezekiel Brown. Scotlandville taking back over now as they lead in the game by 8 points after the big comeback by Quachita.
And Quachita had the ball last in regulation and just could not get the bucket to fall.
The Lions get a basket there by Rollins, Darius Rollins. 6-point lead, and now the all-important free throws are coming.
Well, I think we've definitely separated the men from the boys tonight here in Monroe.
Well, we have some outstanding basketball teams in Louisiana because, you know, these two teams, obviously 1 and 2, they made it to the championship, but, buddy, they had to play their hearts out to get here.
Both of them were pushed to the limit to get here.
The first one is missed. The second one is good. Now, that was big because it makes it a 3-possession game as we tick inside of a minute to play. Sims is going to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, he's been a warrior tonight, hasn't he?
Really has.
Team for Scotlandville. Jared Sapp, his second foul.
Sims at the line. 77 to 70 to 70. Sims shoots, misses again. Yeah, I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of free throws between now and the end of this basketball game. Sims will shoot it. Second one is in. Scotlandville will bring the ball in bounds, and then Quachita with really no choice but to foul.
2-possession game, 56.6 seconds to go.
Number 12 for the Lions.
But Scotlandville will shoot 2, and Quachita just only made 1 of 2. So if you hit 1, you're right back where you were.
If they make free throws, it's over. If they miss them and Quachita's able to score on the other end, then we may be playing a little longer.
Brown hits the first one. That makes it 7-point lead for the Hornets. Second one is also up there, and it's not good. But 1 for 1 there. Quachita hits 1. Scotlandville hits 1. Who's going to get the rebound, or will it bounce in? It doesn't. Scotlandville hustles to the corner, but the Lions grab it, and Summer tried to shoot it from the corner, and Quachita misses. Scotlandville has the basketball, and now the Hornets can feel it. Scotlandville magnet.
If someone would have made that shot, I think I'd have left. I mean, they were all over it.
Well, you couldn't have left me here by myself, not with this big crowd screaming. And some of the Washita fans exiting.
Well, it's for them, that comeback was miraculous.
Talked about that earlier today, Rob. Sometimes you can come all the way back. You get there, but they had a chance to win it right before.
16 seconds in the basketball, yeah.
Another shot coming for Banks. He hit that one, and the Hornets are 9 points ahead. It would take 3 threes to tie it, and the first one that they tried didn't go in. The Hornets have the basketball, and the Hornets of Scotlandville High School from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, from Louisiana's capital city. Mayor Kip Holden, William Daniel, John Price in that mayor's office in Baton Rouge, applauding the Hornets right now as Scotlandville has repeated. Scotlandville Magnet, the Hornets, state champions of Louisiana.
What a ball game, my goodness. Thank you, Hornets. Thank you, Lions. Well, we saved the best for last, didn't we, partner?
That we did. The 5A champions of Louisiana, Scotlandville. They weathered the storm. Got them tied and went to overtime, but then the Hornets flexed their muscles. We're coming back for the trophy presentations. Fox Sports New Orleans. Today's coverage of the LHSAA Top 28 Basketball Championships is being brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Coca-Cola, Open Happiness. By Baden, the official game ball of the LHSAA. And by Nike, just do it. The Scotlandville Hornets, state champions of the state of Louisiana, the Bayou State, 80-71. That was in overtime as we get set to join the marketing director of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, Mitch Small, for the trophy presentations. Washita will get the runner-up trophy, and we'll have our outstanding player. And then the Hornets will be crowned state champions of Louisiana. What a run by the Hornets. Runner-up, champions, champions again. Almost 8,000 fans witnessed this game as we go to mid-small.
Louisiana High School Athletic Association would like to thank State Farm Insurance and its Louisiana agents, our title sponsor of the Top 28, and sponsor of all state championship trophies and awards. At center court, representing State Farm agent Kelly Smith of Shreveport. Also at center court, Mr. Kenny Henderson, LHSAA Executive Director, and Mr. Chris Turner, representing Super One Foods. The first award is the 2013 LHSAA State Farm Class 5A State Runner-Up Trophy to Washita Parish High School. Head coach Casey Jones, principal Mr. Todd Geis.
The runner-up award goes to Washita. The Lions with a big roar comeback tonight, but couldn't get over the hump. Their principal, Todd Geis.
About one more time for the Lions.
Casey
Your 2013
Jones, their head coach,
state runner-up in an
Michael
outstanding
Armand and Jeremy Madison, and also Mario Smith. Their assistant coaches and fine young men.
The next award,
Washita High School
is the
in
State
Washita
Farm
Parish in
Outstanding
Monroe.
Player Award as selected by the working media. Outstanding player in Class 5A boys. Number 5, Brian Bridgewater, Scotlandville High School.
Bridgewater He was a presence underneath for Scotlandville all night on both ends of the court. He's the Class 5A most outstanding player. He's a senior. And he has 2 state championships in a row, averaging almost 16 points per game.
State Farm Class 5A Boys Championship Trophy. Scotlandville High School. Head coach Carlos Samples. Principal Mr. Howard Davis.
So the Scotlandville Magnet Hornets, their principal Howard Davis, and their coach Carlos Samples. Their assistant coaches Jeremy Noah, Marcus Bradford, also Melissa Washington. We want to congratulate all of those coaches for the job that they did at Scotlandville, and they win it for the 2nd year in a row. Scotlandville, a real team effort tonight. They had to rally in overtime after the Lions came back and got him and sent it to overtime. But there's the shot that they wanted. That's the one you'll see in paper statewide. The Mushmack photography photo. Big Cajun wallet that will hang in the gym at Scotlandville High School as the Hornets bring the state championship back to Louisiana. Bob Mushmack has our outstanding player, Bridgewater.
Well, Brian, an outstanding way to end an outstanding high school career with a state championship and an outstanding player award for Scotlandville tonight.
It feels amazing right now. I feel like I'm on top of the world right now. Nothing better than this right now.
Well, of course, you had a 14-point lead with just a couple of minutes to go, and they really made a charge stumbler, an outstanding player, made some big shots for them, and took y'all to overtime, but you didn't see any panic on the bench. Y'all came out and scored the first 8 points in overtime, and really the game was over after that.
We've been through situations like this. I got to give it up to Washington. They played a hell of a game, and we just came out and got the win.
Well, y'all have been tested. You've had the bullet on your back, the target on your back all year long. And to finish the season the way y'all did, truly special. And it's tough to go back-to-back.
It was real special. I got to give it up to Coach Sample. Hard work paid off.
Well, enjoy yourself. We're going to look forward to you playing on the college level and playing on Saturdays. Thank you, buddy. But Dennis, Carlos Sample's been caught up with some radio and television and news media, but we're going to get him over here. There he is. So 2 years in a row, Carlos, we've had this little chat, but this one came a little tougher.
Oh man, it seemed like we had him buried, and then we just, some unknown reason, started turning the ball over, and we had to go right back out there and reestablish ourselves. And I got to give credit to my guys. You know, they fought in there. You know, they read a lot of paper about, you know, what they were gonna do to us and take it to us and this and that, and that was a lot of motivation. My kids just wanted to win, you know, especially on this stage. We've been here before, and they played like it tonight.
Well, I talked with Brian, and y'all have had a target on your back. Obviously, when you're a defending state champion, you're gonna get everybody's best shot, but it looked like Washington may have waited till the last 2 minutes of regulation to give you their best shot.
Right, they gave us the best shot in the first half. And when they had a run and we were up 1 at halftime, I told them we took their best shot. Yeah. You know, and we just went from there in the second half. We wanted to just come out and just establish ourselves and get the ball inside. And we knew that they were going to foul, you know, and we knew that they were going to foul. We just had to make free throws in the fin. We turned the ball over for some unknown reason to really let them back in the game. And that was kind of heartbreaking, but I love the outcome right now.
Well, and before I let you get out of here, just in basketball in general, I mean, really a statement week for basketball in the state of Louisiana. They filled this place twice, and the atmosphere was electric, and you just can't say enough about the growth of basketball in the state of Louisiana in general.
Oh, man, we still standing strong in the state of Louisiana in basketball. You know, we came up north last year, you know, and we had nice crowds last year, and this crowd was just tremendous. You know, I'm just happy to be in that number. I thank God for the opportunity. I'm just elated. I'm happy for my boys, my 2 seniors, Damian Jones and Jared Sam. what guys in high school can say on 5A level that they played in 4 straight state championships, lost the first 2 and won the second 2. With good leadership under Howard Davis, we had to get things in place. He wasn't with us our first 2 years. And when he came the last 2, hey, you know, you do things in decency and in order, and we got our business in order on that campus, and we getting accolades from him.
Well, you just gave away your secret weapon, Howard Davis.
Howard Davis, my man.
Thank you, Carlos. Congratulations with your kids. They need you in the media room. Dennis, I was waiting for the secret weapon, and he just came with it. It's the principal, Howard Davis.
He's the man. Congratulations, Scotlandville High School from Baton Rouge, as we look at our final stats from the game. As you look down at those turnovers, pretty even. The whole game was even, and they went to overtime. As you see the stats, the three-point shots, the Lions actually with 4-2 in that area. The Lions came flying back. They tied it, but in the overtime period, Scotlandville had something left, and the Hornets got that stinger going and wound it up. We want to thank the director of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, Kenny Henderson, for all he does for our broadcast, and I know he's proud of his crew. Thank you, Cameron, Walter, all the guys and gals in the truck, and we want to thank all of you for tuning into our exclusive coverage of the Boys 5A LHS AA Basketball Championship. We are delighted that you chose to spend the last 2 hours with us here on the official network of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, Fox Sports New Orleans. From our broadcast partner, Rob Mishmack, I'm Dennis McCain. We bid you farewell from the Fayette Ewing Coliseum in Monroe, where Scotlandville has won the 5A state championship, repeating 80-71 over Quachita from Monroe. Good night, everybody.